Hello, hello, you guys, and welcome to another story time brought to you by ABC Read and ABC Learn, in which we are here to help you develop and nurture that love of reading in every child as well as every adult. How are you all doing out there today, evening, early in the morning, or late at night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are around the globe? I hope that you all are just doing superb. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, before we get started, I would like to remind you guys of different ways that you can encourage your children to read aloud. All right. So, reading aloud, of course, the whole natural way. You got your books, right? Or you may have an article out of a newspaper or a magazine or something like that that can be read aloud. But guess what? Reading aloud can occur in many different ways. Okay, so for example, if you are riding in a car with your children, you can point to some different signs outside and say, hey, what does that say? What's the sign on that building say? What does the sign on that post say? Right? So these are different ways that you can encourage your child to read aloud. All right, and actually when you are doing this, you're actually finding out as well what things that or different struggles that your child may have in reading. So like for example, some common letters that children kind of get mixed up are B and D, right? B and duh, right? And so that's a great way for you to see, hey, if your child needs to work on those particular letters. All right. So like I said, reading aloud can occur in many different ways. It could be signs outside. Also, I forgot to mention this. You can also go in your cupboards, pantry, whatever you prefer to call it, and refrigerators, and take out different, you can take out the juice that you may have in there, or you may have a container of something, whatever it is, and have them read the labels. All right, so that's again a great way for them to be conscious about the different ingredients that are in their foods, and also that's a great way for them to read aloud. And I want to back up a little bit. Even when you are having your child read aloud, when you all are going places, whether you are riding in a car, on the bus, or you're walking, you're actually getting your child too to be aware of their surroundings. And it just reminds me of something real quick, little short story. When my daughter and we were riding somewhere, and she's 16. And I was just explaining to her, and she's in the process now of learning how to drive. So, but I was just reminding her, I said, hey, I said, you got to be aware of your surroundings. You can't just have your head down, in that phone, how a lot of our young folk like to do, and even though she's an avid reader, but still, I still have to remind her, like, hey, look, you have to be aware of your surroundings. So that is something that you're also teaching your child as well. So when you are encouraging them to read aloud the different signs that are outside, you're also making sure that they are being aware of their surroundings. So they are, you know, uh, being awed by the beauties of nature, and also too, just being aware, hey, who is in your neighborhood, who is in your community. All right, so they can be safe. All right, so that's all I wanted to say on that. So please remember to keep reading for at least 30 minutes a day. And if you have not read already today for 30 minutes, please make sure you incorporate that, you put that in your day. That's what's up, y'all. Now I'm ready. How about you? Let's go. Fish in a tree. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Y'all know I'm feeling this book. Linda Mullally Hunt. All right, Fish in a Tree. I've been reading. I started from chapter 1, and today I'm going to be reading chapter 12. All right. Again, for those of you, this is your first time tuning in to an ABC Read, ABC Learn, Read Aloud. I hope you will enjoy it. And also, if you have not, obviously, if you have not heard the other chapters, you're going to have to go back because you're going to have to read this book in order. I mean, it's so awesome. Allie Nickerson, she is really, starting to, come to grips with her reading disabilities, and she's getting closer and closer to getting that help that she needs. All right. And so this chapter right here, this is chapter 12, and it is titled, What's Your Problem, Albert? Light from the hallway pours into my room as my mom opens the door. Hey, honey. Hey, I came in to check on you. You seemed very quiet at dinner tonight. Something going on? Mean kids at school. Oh, Allie Bug, I'm sorry you had to put up with that. What happened? Well, the kids who were mean, yeah, I was kind of one of them. Oh, she says with a sigh. I'm surprised by that, Allie. Tell me what happened. Those girls that came into Peterson's that time? Well, they asked me to have lunch with them. I sat at their table, but then they started being mean to this kid named Albert about his clothes. I look up into her eyes, and I went along with it. I feel bad about it. My mom brushes my forehead with her fingertips. You're not a little girl anymore, Allie, so it's not too soon to decide what kind of person you want to be. Of course, I know what kind of person you are, and I love you for it. She kisses me on the forehead. You made a mistake. Everyone does. Just do your best to make it right. That's all. The words, I'm sorry, are powerful ones. Yeah, okay. I'll make it right with him. That's my girl, she says, kissing my forehead one more time before leaving. The next morning at school, I'm wondering how I can make things right with Albert. I'm drawing a pigeon wedding in my sketchbook. I don't know that Keisha is standing behind me. You drew that? I move my arm to cover it. Why would you cover it? If I could draw like that, I'd put a commercial on TV about it. Thanks, I mumble. I don't know why I'm embarrassed, but I am. Keisha sits in her chair as I stare at her head full of thin braids, thinking it must take 3 days to do all that. So beautiful. I just love it. Not like my boring hair that just hangs there. I reach out to touch her hair. She turned towards me all of a sudden. What are you doing? Oh, I, sorry, there was a mosquito. Sometimes I can't believe the things I do. It's like my arm has its own brain. Uh-huh, Keisha says. Just then, Albert walks in and he looks upset. I want to be able to tell my mom that I made things right with him. So I go over. Albert, are you okay? I ask, wondering if he'll tell me to strap myself to a rocket and light the fuse. I have a problem. I'm sorry about the cafeteria thing, I blurt out. His eyebrows rise. That didn't bother me. No need to apologize. It didn't bother you at all to have a table full of people make fun of you? You're kidding. Why would I be kidding? Can it be that he really doesn't care what people think of him? We just stare at each other. If that didn't bother him at all and this new problem really does, then it must be really bad. Maybe it has to do with the bruises he has all the time. Can I help? I ask. No offense, but I really don't think so. Okay, I mumble. It's just a problem that I can't get out of my head. I feel like I won't be able to relax until I find an answer. Do you want to talk about it? I know sometimes when I have a problem, I talk it out with my brother or mom. Even if I don't find an answer, I feel better anyway. Well, I wait. I've just been wondering, if an insect is flying inside a moving train car, is it traveling faster than the train itself? And if the insect flies in the opposite direction that the train is moving in, is it then traveling more slowly than the train? Obviously, if the fly is on the wall, it is moving at the same speed, as long as it isn't walking. But the movement within movement is a puzzle to me. Oh, he turns to me, a little intense. You can see the problem here. He doesn't ask. He tells. I know he doesn't really think I can help. Who knows if I could possibly figure out the science part of what he's talking about? But my mind shows me that insect in that train car. It's a dragonfly with brilliant greenish blue wings and tiny goggles all over its eyes. The car is old with dark wood walls and dark green curtains, like from Grandpa's westerns. And the people have old fashioned clothes. I see them like they're with me now. Some of the men are sleeping. One is waving the dragonfly off with a newspaper, not even noticing its tiny goggles. Ladies with the most beautiful dresses sit there too. And I see a girl who is with her mother. And her mother keeps asking the girl if she is enjoying the ride. And the girl keeps saying yes, being sure to have a happy sounding voice. I don't know everything about that girl, but I do know that she has a lot more to worry about than an insect on a train. She doesn't fit in. She's all dressed up in fancy clothes and has to pretend to be someone else she's not. She wants to muck around, help build fences. She wants to ride a horse the real way, not side saddle like her mother insists. When I come back from my mind movie, Albert has already walked away. But I don't care. I can't help thinking about the girl on the train and how she feels. Like she wants to do so much, but she's held back. And it makes her feel heavy and angry. Like she's dragging a concrete block around all of the time. I'd like to help her break free from that. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, again, here we go again. I told you, you guys, I hope you are feeling this book the way that I am. I mean, just awesome. That's what I just keep thinking. After every time I read a chapter, I mean, I just love just, the dialogue again between the characters, and then how you see how Albert is. Albert, again, we're trying to figure out what's going on. He keeps wearing this Flint shirt all the time, has bruises on him all the time. So, of course, naturally, people are wondering, like, is he getting that from home? Okay, what's going on? Why is he, like this? And then he has this I don't care attitude, right? And then here you have Allie Nickerson. She's still dealing with the fact of she's struggling with reading. And I like how the author, how she even, makes Allie have these mind movies, and even with that mind movie, it made me think about Allie, right? How Allie feels about the fact that, she has not been honest, with her mom or teachers, and really just come to grips with herself that she's struggling with reading and that she needs help with it. And so, again, and of course, her friend Keisha. Oh, I'm just feeling Keisha, man. Keisha is just like, Keisha to me, she's like a home girl. All right. She's one of them girls who's like, look, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, right? She's like, hey, I want to be an upfront person. I'm kind, but don't mess with me. That's how Keisha is. So I love it. So I'm really feeling this book. I'm feeling the characters, and even the characters that I don't like. You see how they're not likable, right? Talking about the other kids, making fun of them. Then you got the follower. You got Shay and Jessica tag team. So it's just really, really interesting. And so I hope you guys are enjoying this book again. And I will be reading the next chapter, chapter 13, for you guys. So remember to like, subscribe, and share our videos. All right. And remember to keep reading for at least 30 minutes a day, y'all. Peace.